Do you know what time it is? Yeah, it's time for Worth Watching Wednesdays. Alright, hello and welcome to another episode of Worth Watching Wednesdays. Today our little bit of movie news is regarding Batman vs. Superman, the sequel to Man of Steel. Okay, so aside from all the controversy surrounding Ben Affleck as Batman and all of that, there is a little bit of good news, and that is that Kevin Smith, who is a very popular comic book writer, comic book critic, connoisseur, just big superhero buff in general, he's also a director and a writer and all of that. He has seen the Batman costume that Ben Affleck will be wearing in Batman vs. Superman, and he says it's amazing. It's one of the best ones he's ever seen. He's never seen anything like it on screen before. It just fits, it works, it looks fantastic. And this is awesome. It makes me really excited because regardless of whether or not Ben Affleck is the perfect choice for Batman, it lets me think that Zack Snyder knows what he's doing and that we are going to get an awesome Batman costume for Batman vs. Superman. I mean, it was pretty impressive. I mean, Kevin Smith in the interview I saw with him with Zack Snyder and him was practically like having a heart attack over how much he loved this costume. The guy was just so visibly excited. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be awesome. Let me know what you think in the comments. And that brings me to my movie review / recommendation of the week, which this week is Gran Torino, directed by and starring Clint Eastwood. Now, the plot of Gran Torino follows this old, embittered, racist Korean war vet as he tries to sort of live in this small town which has a very high Hmong population. And one day, a young Hmong boy tries to steal Clint Eastwood's character's car, which just further cements in his mind this negative stereotype that he had towards Hmong people. So he wants nothing to do with this kid, but the kid's family insists that he help repair Clint Eastwood's house and help, tidy up just as a chore for free to him in order to try to make amends for what he's done. So essentially you have Clint Eastwood's character and this boy who are forced to spend tons of time together. Neither of them really want to spend time together, but over the course of the movie they both kind of develop to like each other and bond and care about each other and care about what's going on in each other's lives. Now there are two things that really make this movie work, and that is the writing and Clint Eastwood's acting. The writing of this movie is just phenomenal. All of the lines fit the characters who are saying them. Clint Eastwood's lines are all insanely quotable, but also insanely offensive at the same time. This poor kid is just trying to do the right thing and try to help him out when he doesn't actually want to be there. And it just makes the movie feel like a lot more than some forced character development story. And Clint Eastwood is a great actor. He always has been, but he is especially good in this movie. I think this is my personal favorite Clint Eastwood performance that I've ever seen. He just gives it all. He plays this role so well, and you get to see just this hard exterior of his character, but also the soft, hurting interior side of his character that you slowly get to see as the movie goes on. And he just plays the role so well and makes you like his character when otherwise he might not be a very likable character. And another thing that makes this movie so watchable is that it has some very well-placed, extremely cleverly written humor that doesn't go over the top, but still prevents it from feeling depressing and dark and just makes the movie really entertaining as a whole. Which sometimes serious movies have a hard time pulling off when you have a character that's a serious character in a situation that's a serious situation and still managing to make it slightly lighthearted at the same time without it feeling really off and weird. But this movie pulls it off perfectly, and I think that's one of the things that stands out in a lot of people's minds of this movie is the fact that it's a serious, heavy movie, but that it's also really fun and enjoyable at the same time. So I would give the movie Gran Torino a 9.5 out of 10. Clint Eastwood is a phenomenal director. He's a great actor. He just excels at all things film in general. Alright, that's it for this episode of Worth Watching Wednesdays. Like the video if you liked it. Comment on what you'd like to hear me review / recommend next week. Subscribe if you want to see more, and have a great week. Bye.